This is a recent announcement. I believe this article came out. Yeah, this came out 2 days ago. I found out about it yesterday, I believe. But yeah, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake reportedly canceled, and it was reportedly canceled, or that the report is genuine because Sony removed the game's announcement trailer from YouTube. It's gone. I looked for it myself earlier. It's not on there. I'm sure you can still find the trailer. It looks like they got the trailer up on here. But all it was a the debut trailer was a cinematic trailer. It showed no gameplay whatsoever, and I think it was only around a minute long. This game, it changed the developers mid-cycle. It was being handled by Aspyr, who was developing the game when it was initially announced, but then it switched to Saber Interactive, and now it's just dead in the water. Mike, I didn't play the Knights of the Old Republic. I haven't gotten around to it, but you did. So yeah,
Yeah,
what's your thoughts on this?
yeah, it's sad to hear. I played the first one and second, and I was actually really fond of them. I remember there was a lot of love in the community for them, and the modding scene was pretty big with that game at the time. Man, I used to play hours upon hours. I had so many playthroughs with this game; it was so enjoyable. To see that the remake is no longer happening is sad too, because there was a ton of YouTube projects that were trying to bring this game back and try to recreate it, but you already know they were shutting it down. But to see the actual official remake get shut down too, it's pretty heartbreaking. I won't lie to you.
Well, here's what I got to say about it, and I'm not gonna say anything about the original game because I haven't played it. But the point I'm about to make has nothing to do, not much of anything to do with the original game. Um, I'd say this is probably a good thing, and I'm going to explain why. So there was a report when it was reported that the game switched developers from Aspyr to Saber Interactive. Basically, what happened is because these things happen in the gaming industry where the developers have to show like a vertical slice of the game to executives and whatnot to see if a project is going in the right direction. The development team at Aspyr had to showcase the game off to Sony producers, I think. Basically, what happened is whatever they had came up with for the remake, the people in charge didn't like, and it got to a point where I think Embracer Group was the producer on this, the
uh,
yeah the publisher, and they switched developer, like they removed Aspyr from the project and then switched to Saber. From what I recall, there was a report that behind the scenes they were modeling the combat system after the newer God of War games.
ooh,
I think the newer God of War games, I think that's a horrible combat system in general for a number of different reasons. And I think if they went that direction, they would have done the original Knights of the Old Republic a great disservice.
yeah.
Now that's the direction Aspyr was taking it. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened when Saber Interactive took over, but I'd imagine that either Aspyr was they were so far along in development that Saber couldn't really like take it and do anything with it and try and change it, because they still had to work within the budget and whatnot, or Aspyr wasn't that far along enough in the development when they lost control of the project, and Saber Interactive couldn't come up with anything good enough within the timeline that they had to work within.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gotten to a point where I think the CEO of Embracer Group or one of these companies has refused to say anything about it. They just completely said like the guy said I'm not saying anything about this. But yeah, it's dead. According to this article from this Grub person, he's saying the only reality of this game getting made is if Lucasfilm completely takes it over and does all the work to spin it back up. Yeah, that's not going to happen ever.
Yeah.
Now, the original developer for Knights of the Old Republic was BioWare, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and BioWare right now they're working on the next Mass Effect game. There's no way they're gonna go back to Knights of the Old Republic. So it's dead. It's done. There will be no remake to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Maybe it's probably for a good thing. It's probably for a good reason. So
Yeah, because if they were modeling in the combat as God of War style, man, I agree with you. Would have been a huge disservice.
yeah, so it is what it is. Things like this they don't happen too often, but when they do happen, it is a shame. And the Star Wars IP within of itself, this reminds me of the days when after LucasArts shut down, and the Star Wars IP in the video game industry was just in limbo before EA got rights to the franchise for 10 years. Now we have some other, it's better now because we have some good Star Wars games that have been released now from EA, and then we have other Star Wars games from other companies that are coming out. Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft, their open world Star Wars game that's coming out. We have Star Wars Eclipse, which is an interactive drama by Quantic Dream, who worked on games like Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, and Detroit Become Human. And actually, we haven't received a an update on that, since that game was announced. But that's still coming down the line. So it's not like we don't have other Star Wars games coming out, but I know this was a big one because it is a remake to it's considered to be one of the best RPGs ever made. But some things are a blessing in disguise. And the fact that this game switched developers, development team that took it over still couldn't get it right, that points out to a project that probably should have never saw the light of day, and it never will. It is what it is. And the good thing about it is like they never showed gameplay for this. That's probably, that's another thing about it. It's not like they showed gameplay and it was good and got people's hopes up. People were waiting for basically vaporware. They showed a small cinematic trailer, CGI trailer. That's it. That's all they showed, and that's it. So I think this is a good thing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We have enough remakes that are coming out. We have enough remakes that have come out. We just got this year alone. We got a remake to Dead Space and Resident Evil 4 in the same fucking year. Whoever thought that was something like that would have happened? And we still have the Silent Hill 2 remake that's supposed to be coming out from Konami. Capcom they teased a remake to Resident Evil 5 at the end of the Resident Evil 4 remake. So I'm sure that's coming at some point. We have the next version or the sequel to Final Fantasy VII remake with Rebirth coming out next year that people are looking forward to. We don't need a remake of Knights of the Old Republic. If you want to play Knights of the Old Republic, it's available now. It's been available for shit. I don't know when this game came out, early 2000s. It is what it is. Any final thoughts, Mike?
Nope, that's it for me. Sad to see, but it happens.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just business. At the end of the day, the video game industry is just a business. That's it.